I'm leaving, had enough.
It's over.
It's over.
Smooth, half a day kind of project, this one. I promise. Oh, maybe we are dragging already. I think I just gave myself a black eye. I'm so happy. He's coming back! He's coming back! Yay! Welcome to our self-inflicted adventure. I'm Kiara and this is Adam. A few years ago, we walked away from our life on land to pursue travel and adventure aboard our floating home, the Millennial Falcon.
Last year saw us improving ourselves and the boat whilst we tackled our first Atlantic circuit. Join us as we come full circle back to the Caribbean, where we'll commence preparations for our next big challenge.
Over the past few weeks, behind camera and in between sailing, Adam has been spending hours and hours poring over sailing charts and books, specifically the RYA's Offshore Theory course. We mentioned this a few weeks ago in an episode, and the obvious question arose: why? Now that we've crossed an ocean and have 10,000 miles under our belt, why now would Adam find the need to take a course on sailing?
Someone once described our sailing journey as, "You're not dropping out, you're dropping in." It feels like a perfect way to describe our journey through sailing. It's not a brief dabbling or a passing fancy or even a hobby. It's something that we've wanted to devote our lives to, and as such, we're committed to becoming the best, experienced and most professional sailors we can, and give ourselves as many options as possible to get the most out of this lifestyle. After passing my Yachtmaster Theory course, the next step was to take the practical course, involving 5 days full-time liveaboard preparation and a formal assessment on the 6th day. Wanting to get the qualification straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak, I chose to fly to the UK to do it. In hindsight, with it being December at the time, sailing in the UK might not have been such a warm idea.
What are you packing?
My Arctic gear. This is actually going to be a good test for when we go north next year. Scarf. So we checked the forecast. It's supposed to be, I think it's 13 to 9 degrees Celsius and a bit rainy. So, but that's not factoring in wind chill.
Early the next morning, we set off to drop Adam off at the airport.
So that's it. I'm leaving. Packed my stuff and I'm leaving. Had enough.
It's over.
It's over. No, I'm off to the UK this morning, so I won't. It's weird. Kiara got back day before yesterday. We had 1 day together and now I leave for 2 weeks. It's going to be the longest time we've been apart since we bought the boat, since we moved onto the boat 3 years ago, more than 3 years ago. Anyway, we have to get to the airport, so I'll update you as I travel.
Meanwhile, back in Lanzarote, I was holding down the fort. And in the true spirit of having a girls' fortnight together with Millie, I was planning some lengthy pampering sessions. Kiara style. Welcome to Kiara's Salon. We offer an all-inclusive pamper package consisting of massages, facials, mani and pedi with your choice of varnish, and lastly, a complete makeup overhaul. Oh, I think I just gave myself a black eye. So I just got off the phone with Adam. It has been 1 full day since he's been gone. And I got back to the boat yesterday and I wasn't too sure what to do. And it took me until I think about 5 p.m. or something till I was like, okay, I'm gonna take advantage of this being on my own and being able to make a mess. So here's what I did. I've made a new home for myself so that in the aft cabin I can do a bit of painting. Taken off the mattress, taken off all of the roof lining, and I decided to paint it a lovely white colour. Now I'm in the stage of pretty much putting it back. So it was like 5 p.m. last night and I suddenly got my second wind. I'd already cleaned the place up and I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna do now? And so I started taking the roof lining down because I was like, with 2 of us on the boat, it's just way too hard to find a place to paint it, to, you know, uproot both of us into a whole other room and make a big mess and have our whole living space as a workshop. It's just not feasible on such a small boat. And so it got to about midnight, no, it got to about 1 o'clock and then I figured, well, I'm still up. And so then I thought I'll just do a second coat of paint in the bedroom. And then 7 a.m. this morning I woke up and I just thought I'd do a third coat. Anyway, it's now the end of the day, technically the second night that Adam's been away, and I'm ready to put my roof lining back up, and pretty much the bedroom is looking like fantastic. It will look fantastic if I do say so myself. And yeah, all that in like 24 hours, which I'm pretty proud of myself. Much cleaner. Look how beautiful and white this is. It's perfect. So I haven't put up a few of the boards because I still need to try and take down the winches because we're going to replace them with our new old ones. So a few of the boards are still just sitting here. So next on my list, I think, while the cat's away, Kiara will play, will be a little more homewares. Thinking of moving though into the saloon area now. What I was planning to do was try and recolour this back here. I don't know what's going on there, and it's kind of bugged me for a very long time. I'm also going to replace our wall lights there with these. It's so much better than a rusty old one that's currently on the wall. To be honest, I do want to put a picture up, so I don't know if it's entirely worth my while recolouring this whole thing, but I do just want to rejig some of the stuff around here. So it's going to be a nice, easy, non-disruptive project, this one. I'm not going to have the whole boat in shreds. This is going to be a very smooth, half a day kind of project, this one. I promise. I went there. I did it. I sanded the wall. It's getting on to be about 5:30 or so, and obviously the sun is kind of starting to set a little bit, so I'm not tired, but unfortunately it's not going to look very good filming in the dark, so I'm going to continue on for a few more hours. I have realised, however, that in order to sand all of this, I'm going to need to take down the roof lining. There we go, once again, making a mess. But it does give me a good opportunity to now paint this room white. While the roof lining is down, why not? I feel like sometimes that has taken on a little bit too much. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm ready to paint the white. Okay, time for the varnish. I'm excited. I'm really, really hoping that it matches with the rest of the wall still. Really, really hoping. Just the hose that I was meant to do today, but I got sidetracked. Whoops. Following the great advice given from Boatworks today, I sped the varnishing process up by doing 3 layers of epoxy under the varnish to build up a thick, fast-drying base coat, before then applying 2 layers of marine varnish. Finally, after a few days of intermittent varnishing and painting the white roof lining, I was ready to put on the final coats. Time to cover up all of the beautiful shiny varnish with some satin. As much as I love a good blingy bit of varnish, you can't have a whole wall in varnish. Everyone's preference. It looks a bit too bling. So the reason why you do some layers of clear varnish underneath is because satin varnish is actually cloudy, and so if you put a bunch of satin layers on, then your wood ends up looking like cloudy and white. So you do your base layers in clear varnish, and then the final layer you do in satin. So you can still see the lovely wood grain.
On Thursday morning, we named Storm Arwen.
Storm Arwen brought winds of more than 90 miles an hour.
Storm Arwen.
Friday's wind warning covering a large chunk of the UK for gusts of 55 to 65 miles an hour.
A yellow weather warning for high winds across central England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland remains in place until 6 o'clock this evening.
Hey. No? What? What did your message say?
Nothing. I passed.
Oh, did you? Oh my god, congratulations! Yay!
Oh, I got absolutely hammered. I had to do a man overboard drills, and it was fucking 43 knots and pissing rain.
First thing in the morning, and I've had a horrendous night's sleep. So it's like 7 o'clock, and I've decided that I'm going to move anchor, but all by myself. So here's my method, and I've taken some of it up already. What I've done is that I've put the autopilot onto vane mode to steer me into the wind, and then just put it in like idle forward, and it's actually been working quite well so far. I have about 50 feet left of chain, so I'm going to carry on doing the rest of it before I start dragging. Alright, forward. Oh, maybe we are dragging already. Oh, the camera just does not do these waves justice. They're like, look, they're not braking, but they are just rollers. That's a definitely meter. That is definitely meter between the top to the bottom. So annoying. The sun's just starting to come up. So I remember from being in this anchorage last time, we did move when Adam was here, that you've got to definitely find a sandy spot to put the anchor in. So there's like sandy patches, and then there's flat kind of shelves of rock. And obviously if you put your anchor on the rock, then it's got nothing to dig into. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. And the sun coming up, that'll be a lot more helpful, because hopefully I might be able to see where a sandy patch is. I still have about another 5-10 minutes to go, so it's what it is. Oh, come on, sun. It's just starting to peek out from the clouds, but the clouds appeared. Alright, we're almost here. I'm still tired. I'm gonna have a coffee when I get there. Actually, the last coffee I had was when this started. It was yesterday afternoon, and I was just sitting there working, and I had a coffee on the side next to me, and all of a sudden these waves started picking up, and the coffee goes flying. It went down my pants, it went down the sofa, it went onto the iPads which I had next to me. I just could not stand another half an hour even in that place. It was wild. It was so wild. It's weird. I'm finding it weird talking to the camera, because I can do this very easily on my own when Adam isn't in the room, but all of a sudden now, while Adam isn't even on the boat, it kind of feels like I'm really talking to myself. And it's just weird. Everything's just better when Adam is back, really. I don't look like a loony. Oh, all right. Thankfully, it is so much less rolly here, and there's not actually that much wind, which is I'm so grateful for. So I had tried to not park within close proximity to everyone else, and I think if I need to get up anchor again, I should be okay to do it on my own, because the wind isn't too bad. I'm glad I moved the boat when I did. Whew. There was a rope in the way. I've just seen 2 boats going by and both of them had reefs in, like deeply reefed mains, and the wind has definitely picked up. Our poor little dinghy is just going flying. Good thing it has so much water in it now. It's just got such a bad water leak. But you know, it's weighing it down, so that's good. Gave myself a black eye. Oh, while the roof lining's down, I thought I would take down the winches from the deck house. Oh, one of them was really hard to get down, so I was using the socket wrench, going, why is it so hard to get down? Whack, as it came off the bolt, the nut. That really, really hurt. I hope I don't get a black eye from that. Everyone will see me and be like, did somebody hit you while I was away? Okay, go really, really far away. These are definitely the original winches, as the beam to hold up the roof lining is built over the top of the backing plate. What? Okay. The next set of nuts for the winches just seem to disappear under the cupboard. Can definitely confirm these are original. This is a disaster. My nose hurts and I can't do a job. I think this is going to be one of those things that I'm just going to wait for Adam for, you know? It sounds like I'm putting off lots of jobs because I don't want to do them. And that is right, but I find the jobs a lot easier to do when Adam and I are working together. It's just much more enjoyable, you know, you can have a little laugh, bounce ideas off each other, and it's not as productive because obviously if there were 2 people doing 2 jobs, you'd get it done faster. It's just more enjoyable though sometimes with Adam, so with Adam there to help me, or me helping Adam. So I think in this circumstance for this winch, possibly for that one there, I'm just going to wait till Adam's back. It's just too annoying otherwise. So I'll just do that. Alright, well once again it is a bit of a late nighter. I think I'm ready though for the final touches. I think it's almost there. A few lights to still put up and stuff like that, but it's almost there. Alright, light. Can't forget the plants. I know how many people out there are going to laugh at me because I've spent like a week varnishing this wall and now I'm going to cover it up with a really big picture. Ta-da! I'm so happy. Alright, well, I should probably recap in the morning, but very, very happy. I feel like I'm suddenly in a grown-up house, and instead of having the Caribbean map on the wall like we did for about 2-3 years, we can now take on the world with our world map. Okay, today's the day! Adam's coming back! Yay! I'm so happy. I am very, very excited to have him back. He has officially arrived and he's going to get on a bus over to Playa Blanca where I'm also going to meet him. And then we'll drag his suitcase back and I'm still around the corner from the main beach, so it's going to be a little bit of a long dinghy ride. I'll admit I did try and move this morning actually because it was nice and calm, and I don't know if this is in all places, but this is quite often I experience this, is that the wind drops off at night and it picks up during the day. So it was about 6 AM and I thought, you know what, I'm up, I may as well try and re-anchor. And it got stuck at about 100 meters of chain left, so 100 feet of chain left, and it just got stuck straight up and down. So Adam and I will now have to deal with that when we re-anchor, possibly later on today or tomorrow. But for now it's just going to be a long dinghy ride to go and pick him up. But he's coming back! He's coming back! Yay! Oh! I didn't even see you! Hello!
Hello. I've missed her. I feel like I've been away for so long.
You have!
This is a real boat. Hey! Nice! I was wondering if you were going to have a stab at that while I was gone. Did you varnish that wall?
I did!
as
You
well.
noticed! But they now just
the
match.
floodlights.
Yeah.
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 Wow, that is such a huge improvement.
Is that
Look at this.
Yes, right. Look how white it is.
Such a huge improvement.
It looks like new, doesn't it? It looks like we have a new boat again.
It does. It looks like just it's nuts. Huge improvement.